DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out. DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
7. Dolphins, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Dolphins nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage coverage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Dolphins nothing.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was taking
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Dobbins running out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Breida, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
And a Dolphin 1st down.
This is Breida. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On second down, a run with Breida. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa forced out to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Jackson. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Here's Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Ravens' 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And all the way play inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And the Dolphins first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Tua. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Patrick Queen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Dolphins.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in the big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Edwards now on first and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 11-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now Breida on a toss left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Ravens.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Another day.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back. In the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Second and 12, operating from the 39. From the gun, here's Brissett. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Edwards. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And they take a knee.